By the way, I got Dunkirk. It just arrived, so yeah, I'm very happy about that. The Breakfast Club. The only thing I knew about this film is that it spawned one of my favorite songs, "Don't You Forget About Me," and like this, I didn't know what that meant. I thought this guy was Emilio Estevez. I didn't know it was that guy. Who he looks more of a, like an Emilio Estevez. I mean, the one Reservoir Dogs is one of the only movies I've seen that's set in one place. This movie is my it's the second movie that I have seen that's in one place. Actually, fun fact, I like this movie so much it earned a spot on the shelf. So yeah, and if you're on the shelf, that means I actually like it quite a bit. So I don't I don't know. I didn't know anything about going into it, so I don't know what people have said or people what haven't said. So I'm just gonna give out what I've said, what I think. The chemistry between all of them is good because Amelia, I can't. He does not look like a John. He's not a John. Bender, I think that's his name. I'm terrible with names, so I'm assuming it's Bender. I don't care. This guy right here, he bullies everybody, but it's like the Social Network or Mark Zuckerberg. You like he's not a very okay guy, but you root for him because he's like, oh, does that answer your condescending question? Like, oh, that's really cool. This guy, you're like, oh, burn, but no, that's a little too far, man. In some places, yeah, I have a problem with like stereotyping. Like, for example, at a school, there's a popular girl. I'm like, you're like her. You get like all the fancy stuff. There's a troublesome kid, like you're doing it because you want attention. Ha 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 ha. I don't go like ha 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 because I'm not the best at all. I mean, look at me. I'm a nerd. Look at this. Who else has a big Batman in their room? Like from Walmart of all places. Like, come on. But yeah, I need. It's the movie shows people like me that um there's depth to people. It's just not what they look like. Like for example, the jock. They're not all like muscle and like I'm gonna wrestle you and tackle you. No, they're not. Probably not all like that. So um, I'm gl- uh, I'm glad that like the movie portrays like the kids like they have like problems. I don't feel comfortable saying they have problems, but they have problems, I guess. But they kind of blame it on the parents, which will be definitely a part of it. But it has to do a lot with the parents. Don't get me wrong, but also has to do a lot with the kid himself, him or herself. Like for example, I can't. He's Emilio Estevez. I don't care. This one Bender, he's like has to be all tough, because weakness in his family is like his father would be like, no, bad. You're weak, because his father is like very hard on him, which he can't be weak. But that portrays him as like that affected him, that he has to be like that to you, and that's like character depth growth. With I'm terrible with names. Ali Sheedy or something. Her. She pushes people away, like to show like how weird she is. She puts crackers, goldfish, in her sandwich with a bunch of sugar. That makes people like, okay, okay, back away. And but when she tries to like, hey, I want to be a part of, I don't, when the jock and the brain, that's what I'm gonna call them. When the jock and the brain are like talking about like their IDs, like, oh, you're 68 years old. She really wants to be a part of the conversation, but she doesn't know how to uh, like she can't. So she does it like very dramatically, and then when they don't want to talk to her because she made them not want to talk to her because she's like weird, and then she gets offended by that. So yeah, everybody's a hypocrite. Me saying haha, and then me. So yeah, she's a hypocrite. Yeah, I am not qualified to talk about this. My favorite characters like are her and him because they're the ones with I kind of relate to her when she said her parents ignore her because when I got this I'm like look it came with a slipcover, I was so excited, but they're like my parents are like, oh, okay, yeah, I so yeah, in that sense, like in an unimportant stuff I don't get, oh congratulations, and because I shouldn't because it's not important, it's important to me. But her, she gets it everywhere. Like even in important stuff, they're like they don't care. When she got out of the car and then I think she was gonna say bye, they drove off, and I said out loud, I felt that. um, so and then he has like one of the most like character depth. So he's a fleshed out character. He has flaws, but there's reasons behind his flaws, but that doesn't make him like rightful. My one of my favorite scenes is when the counselor, the principal guy, was like, "Come on, you think you're so tough? Come on," takes off his sweater or jacket and says, "Come on, hit me. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you the first punch. Come on, hit me." And then you see his face, like I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. You're not so tough now." But he, um, you can say you can feel like, haha, yeah, no, so that's so tough now, but you know why he's not so tough, because he's not actually tough. He acts like he is. So if I have as many friends as this, I don't know why I want to take a picture like this because this looks very cool. I want to be him or like him like with this or something doing that or him. I'm not gonna lay down like that, but I will look all like I don't I don't know why. This is a very cool picture. This will look like an epic poster. Actually, one of my favorite posters. It's cool. It's cool. Look at the group photo. It's one of my favorite. I just decided now it's one of my favorite posters of all time. I don't. So The Breakfast Club is a very good movie, with characters that have flaws. I have not talked about him, have I? What can I say? He's the stereotypical like brain. Well, not art. He's the archetypical brain. Like, oh, he's smart, so he has to join the physics club. Gravity. This goes down. So, yeah. That's all I have to say about him. This movie is based on archetypes, not stereotypes, because these characters have flaws. They're not. He is not like the jock. He is not all brains and big. No brains. No, they don't have brains. Joke. He's not all like muscle. So they all have flaws. Why? How many times have I said flaws in this video? I don't know. But yes, The Breakfast Club. It has good characters. They're archetypes because they all have individual, unique flaws. And yeah, it's a very good movie. I like the characters are very fleshed out. So she, she went to detention because she had nothing better to do. Not detention, but why does that sound like me? I have nothing better to do with my life.